If you're struggling to get justice after workplace betrayal, it's not because you don't have enough evidence, it's not because your betrayer is too smart, and it's not because the system is rigged against you. The real reason you're struggling is because you're fighting the wrong battle entirely. I'm Madison Clark, author of Served Cold: 20 Stories of Perfect Revenge. And today, I'm revealing the fundamental mistake that keeps most workplace betrayal victims trapped in a cycle of frustration and failure. Here's what most people do when they discover workplace betrayal. They focus on proving their betrayer is bad, instead of proving they themselves are valuable. This is backwards, and it's why most workplace justice attempts fail completely. Let me show you what I mean with Jennifer's story. Jennifer discovered her colleague Marcus was stealing her client presentations and presenting them as his own work. Jennifer's first instinct was to gather evidence of Marcus's theft and present it to their supervisor as proof that Marcus was dishonest and untrustworthy. This approach failed for a predictable reason. It made Jennifer look petty and vindictive. Even with evidence of theft, she appeared to be someone trying to tear down a coworker rather than someone trying to advance her own career. Her supervisor saw a personality conflict, not intellectual property theft. Jennifer realized she was fighting the wrong battle. Instead of trying to prove Marcus was bad, she started proving she was irreplaceable. She documented not just what Marcus had stolen, but what she had created. She built a portfolio of her original strategies, their measurable results, and their business impact. When Jennifer finally presented her case, she wasn't saying Marcus is a thief. She was saying, I'm the strategic mind behind our department's biggest successes, and here's proof. She positioned herself as an asset being undervalued, rather than a victim seeking revenge. The result was dramatically different. Instead of seeing a personality conflict, Jennifer's supervisor saw a talented employee whose contributions had been overlooked. Marcus was exposed as not just a thief, but as someone taking credit for work he couldn't possibly have created himself. Jennifer got Marcus's position, his client accounts, and a public apology from management. More importantly, she transformed from someone fighting against Marcus to someone fighting for her own recognition. This shift in approach, from attacking betrayers to advancing yourself, is what separates successful workplace justice from failed revenge attempts. The people who win don't focus on tearing down their betrayers. They focus on building up their own value proposition. Think about it from management's perspective. Do they want to deal with employees who create drama and point fingers? Or do they want to promote people who create value and solve problems? Even when finger-pointing is justified, it still makes you look like a problem rather than a solution. The most successful protagonists in Served Cold understand this principle completely. They don't just expose betrayers. They position themselves as the obvious replacement. They don't just prove theft occurred. They prove they're the source of value being stolen. This approach works because it aligns your interests with your company's interests instead of putting them in conflict. Companies don't want to punish thieves. They want to reward creators. When you focus on proving your creative value, exposing theft becomes secondary to recognizing talent. The real reason you're struggling with workplace betrayal isn't that you need better evidence or stronger accusations. It's that you need to reframe the entire narrative from, "This person wronged me," to "This company needs to recognize my contributions." This reframing strategy, turning betrayal exposure into career advancement, is detailed across multiple workplace stories in Served Cold. Every protagonist who succeeds makes the same shift from defense to offense, from victimhood to value proposition. The book is $2.99 on Kindle, and it could transform how you think about workplace justice completely. Instead of fighting against betrayers, you'll learn to fight for your own recognition in ways that make exposing thieves inevitable. If you're struggling with workplace betrayal, stop trying to prove your betrayer is bad and start proving you're invaluable. Stop focusing on what was stolen and start showcasing what you create. Click the link below and get Served Cold now. Learn how to reframe betrayal as an opportunity for advancement, position yourself as irreplaceable, and turn theft exposure into career acceleration. Because the best way to defeat workplace betrayers isn't to tear them down. It's to rise so high they can't reach you anymore.